I'm not shy. I'm going to fill the bucket of your 2021 ALC. At that clinic yesterday, man, they showed up. And you could tell who the winners were or who the leaders were in that room. And it was an awful lot of the Keller Williams Louisville East group. So fill the buckets of our ALC. They're awesome, awesome leaders.
Absolutely. Is there any ALC that wants to fill a bucket here?
I want to thank Alyssa for being so on top of things and just being really great with communicating and keeping us organized. So thank you, Alyssa. You're doing a wonderful job. You're born for this role.
Thank you. Thank you. All right, let's do one more bucket.
Hi, this is Danita, and I would like to fill a bucket for Amy. Amy has, I'm a new agent, and I'm sure I've probably emailed Amy a million times in the last 2 days, but she is always so responsive. She's right on top of it, and she has just been truly amazing, and just want to fill her bucket today. Thank you so much, Amy, for your help.
Thank you. I appreciate that. I really do. Welcome aboard. The staff for this market center is a quiet but powerful engine that never stops. Just so that you guys know, they're running all the time. Just pat them on the back. All right, let's go on here to birthdays coming up next. Rhonda Roberts. If I look at my watch, it looks like it is definitely 28th of October. And we want to wish you a super duper happy birthday. Happy birthday. And then tomorrow is Jason and Jeremy celebrating. Jackie Schaefer is a Halloween baby. That's a lot of fun, Miss Jackie. And Brad going into next week, which is a very important week, a very important day. In fact, say happy birthday to Brad on the 3rd. Happy birthday, everybody. We have so many new faces that are coming into our business, and we are so grateful for it. We're grateful for every one of you. So we're going to name them here. And I want you guys I know we're not all in the office as we always are, but when we're on Zoom calls and interacting or social media, reach out and say, hey, and show our culture to the following people. We've got Minu Gill was sponsored by Laura Webb. Laura also sponsored Tammy Martin. Sarah Legaspi sponsored Michelle Shoot. And if I say a name incorrectly, I'll please encourage you all to correct me. Stacia Lindsay is sponsored by Howie. Fantastic partnership there. Annalise Small was sponsored by Brad Long, Bruce Bell by Miss Jessica Yu, and Brian Menard by Crystal Corrigan. Welcome, everybody. And if you need anything, reach out to any one of us. We're all here to help you, and we wish you the absolute best as you get into the real estate career. Next up, it is my first meeting is going to be a successes and recognitions meeting, and I think that's so wonderful. And I'm excited to be able to present. So you can applaud by yourself. If everyone can stay muted though, just because we've got lots and lots of awards to give out. They're all very good. And we'll start with the highest closed volume. Now, the highest closed volume for expansion group is the Price Group. The highest closed volume for group is Team Panella. The highest closed group or team member, so a member of a group or team, is Chad Withrow.
Yay.
Woohoo! And the highest closed volume for a team is the High School Home Team. Good job. And then the highest closed individual was Beth Seary. Now, come off mute and give a big round of applause, you guys. That's a big deal.
Way to go, guys.
Yay!
All right, so next up is most units closed. The expansion group is the Price Group. Jimmy Welch is the group with the most units closed. The team with the most units closed was the No Group. And the individual with the most closed units is the one and only Miss Lindsay Vallandingham. Congratulations, fantastic work. It's a huge month, you guys. All right, let's talk about most sales contracts taken. You got to take that contract before you close it. So this is a very important number to track. So the group with the most sales contracts taken is the Jimmy Welch team. And the team with the most sales contracts taken is the List with Libby team. Congratulations. The individual who took the most sales contracts was Brenda Dahl. The group with the most sales contracts was the Oatly team. Way to go. The team with the most sales contracts was the Lush Group Homes. And Brenda Dahl was the, of course, it's worth saying twice, the individual with the most sales contracts taken. Congratulations, everybody. Way to go. The next one up is super fun. We all love selling the highest priced unit, and Scott Pinella sold an $825,000 home. Congratulations, way to go. Now, KW Cares, I know we've got a lot of newer faces, so I want to pause on this for just a minute because I want you to understand what KW Cares is. Keller Williams is a culture that gives back to their own. We love on our communities, and we definitely have an outreach outside of our walls, which is very important, but we don't lose sight of what's right underneath our nose and underneath the roof of our very own market centers and brokerages. And KW Cares reaches out to people. There's a lot of freedom on how we can help the individuals. And good examples of this are people who come, for example, on maybe a medical hardship, or a house burned down, or a spouse got hurt. They've been out of work. On a bigger scale, if it's a natural disaster that has taken out their business, KW Cares comes in and fills a need. And they do it in a really big way. And I'm super passionate about KW Cares because it also drives the culture for our market center. So it's important that as agents, we make a portion of our GCI, of the commissions that we earn, that gives back to KW Cares. So we're going to award Ben and Emily Price with the agents who contributed most to KW Cares. Thank you guys for your hearts. That's fantastic. Thank you. All right, now cultural icon, we don't give all the time. So this one is special. This one's very, very special. The culture, as I'm mentioning, is super big, is very, very important to us as Keller Williams agents and as a brokerage and as a company, because we can all buy and sell real estate, but the culture that drives us fills our bucket and gives us a why. Okay. And when we lean into the culture that is Keller Williams, we grow as business people and we grow as individuals. And it's so important when we grow as both, we become better for the clients that we serve and the family members and friends that we are as well. We're just better humans. And so the cultural icon is selected by the staff and leadership within the brokerage. And this one was easy to come up with. This one was really, really easy, unanimously voted, because he's somebody that when he walks in the office, he is predictably joyful. He is predictably smiling. He's in production consistently. He's got a great, respectable business. He is in training. He shows up to our events. He leans in when there are things to do and opportunities to give. And he's consistent and he is joyful, and his name is B-Joy. B-Joy, you are a cultural icon, and we are so grateful for you. And thank you for just being who you are. You lift people up in more ways than you know.
Thank you.
Yes.
Go B-Joy. We love you.
Thank you, guys.
You have the best name. I just love it. You live up to your name in every way.
Way to go, B-Joy.
Thank you. Thank you.
All righty. Next up are cappers. And if you're a capper, that means you have fulfilled your cap status. And after that, every commission that you earn goes 100% back to you. And that's a pretty good percentage if you ask me. I like getting 100% back for sure. So we want to celebrate people that have reached their cap and collecting 100%. Linda Hill did it in 1 month. Go girl. Drew Wisdom, you as well, did it in a month. You're not messing around. Brenda Dahl, 2 months. Well, she had most sales contracts taken, so that makes sense. Aaliyah Malik did it in 2 months. Miss Laura Heiskell did it in 3. B-Joy, there he is again, no surprise, 4 months. Sonia Lake in 7. And Ty Thomas capped in 8 months. Way to go, cappers. Enjoy your 100% commission. Good job. We also want to award those who have gotten to the closing table for the first time. That is certainly huge to celebrate. And the following folks got to the closing table and got their first commission checks: Baxter Waldrop, Howie Lindsay, Melissa Bowen, Molly Mount, and Taylor Christman. Great job. Good job helping your people. Good job being a service to your clients. The first listing with Keller Williams Louisville East. And let's remember, listings are king. When we have listings, we have a billboard. We have something to operate business off of. We market and we grow. Listings are king. And the first listings taken with KWLE gets awarded to Jeff and Claire Bridges. Howie Lindsay, hold up. First listings and first closings all in the same awards. You're moving along, buddy. And Mandy Terry. Good job, everybody. As for our Legal Eagle minutes, I believe I saw Harry and I know Brad is here, so we'll let their microphones take over and take it away, guys.
Hi,
Harry,
guys.
you there?
What you got, Brad?
No, I didn't see your face, but I'm glad you're here.
I'm here. So what are we doing with square footage nowadays, guys? Because our contract has changed and it requires us to confirm square footage within 15 days. What are we doing in the real world? Are we checking it ourselves? Somebody give me an answer. What are we doing? Are we crossing our fingers and hoping that it's going to have the right square footage?
Harry, I don't know if this is right, but I'm using this section and scratching out any reference to specific dates. And then in the other provisions, I'm saying appraiser to verify square footage.
That's what I'm doing.
Are you getting any pushback on that?
Nope.
Generally. And then at one point in time, I was actually putting in there the date, or I was putting in there and using the word appraiser to verify square footage in that section. And I got my hand slapped because our contract is copyrighted by GLAR and I'm not allowed to modify and add text except other provisions. So they said.
Yeah, that's a little bit silly. But that's a little bit silly, but your response is a good one. We have two options: measure it ourselves or change it. To do anything other than that is going to result in the phone call that I got yesterday from a very upset buyer where their square footage was off by 10.6%. It did appraise. They didn't care. They didn't want to buy that. They wanted to know whether they could go after the realtor for not following up on it. And of course, my answer is, oh, no, you don't want to do that. But the reality is, we must either measure it ourselves or we must change the contract to reflect that the appraiser is going to do it. So please do one of those two, because it got really heated in my conversation with that buyer yesterday. They thought they were paying a certain price per square footage, and now they're off by 10.6%, and they were very angry. So do something. That protection is in there for the buyer, but if we're not changing that contract or we're not measuring it ourselves, then we are effectively saying to our clients, the Board of Realtors thinks that it's important that the square footage be correct, but I don't, because I'm not going to do anything about it. So please don't let that happen. Seamus, your answer works perfectly fine. So do something, measure it or change it one way or the other. That's what I got. That was actually a minute. How about that?
Seamus, can you repeat what you wrote in there in the provision section?
Yeah, in the very like the first sentence, it says buyer or representative of buyer or agent, whatever that wording is, and I don't have it in front of me, shall verify square footage within 15 days. I was putting a text box over that in dot loop and saying appraiser shall verify square footage, and then crossing out the text that had specific deadlines. And then some agent reported me to GLAR for writing in the word appraiser, and so I don't do it that way anymore, which is odd because if you send any contract to like Lexington, they scribble all over the damn thing. But here, apparently, we're not allowed to do that because of the copyright.
Good job, Seamus.
Thank you.
All right, guys. Thank you very much. Alyssa, congratulations. You're perfectly suited for the role. And I'll tell you what I told Linda, which is, if there is ever any benefit when you're talking with agents outside of the company to say, you might want to talk to Harry Borders to find out what he thinks about this office, I would welcome the opportunity to do so. You guys are unbelievable. You guys are true leaders, true servant leaders, and anything I can do to help you, just let me know.
Thank you. I appreciate that tremendously. Thank you. All right. No other questions while Brad's still on the call? I know Harry popped off.
I just wanted to thank, we had a really good turnout yesterday for the contracts class, and it makes me feel good when agents, come to class and learn, not just new people, but we had some experienced people there as well. And I just want to thank everybody for coming, because if people knew what went on behind the scenes when somebody messes up on a contract, it's not pleasant. So anyway, just wanted to thank everybody. It was awesome.
Absolutely. Wonderful. Thank you so much, Brad. All right, we have started Ignite, and Ignite comes around frequently. And it's very, very good for new agents to get into business, but it's also very, very good for experienced agents to revisit the fundamentals and revisit their perspective and readjust their focus. Because if there's one thing that we know, is that the market always changes. And as the market changes and as technology is rolling down the pike, the way that we do business is always evolving. And if we're not evolving, we're going to get behind. So when you tune into Ignite, you get to, listen to some people who have been in the business. They've got tons of experience and some wisdom to provide. Another great point that was made, I actually taught this morning, was that I'm going to teach the class different than Drew would teach a class. And there's so much value in coming back to Ignite and seeing the art that is behind real estate, because it's a person and a heartbeat. We all take care of our people a little differently. So there's value in seeing the different flavors, if you will. So involve yourself in Ignite. We welcome you back. Once you've been, you can always come back and enroll now or next time you see it come around. All right. Now, you can still sign up for Profit Share and Paninis. It is tomorrow, and it's going to be fantastic. What we do have to close the door, though, on lunch being provided, because we sent an RSVP to the wonderful Stephanie Clements with Kentucky. Why am I'm blanking here? Kentucky title, land title.
Bluegrass land title.
Thank you. My brain is so excited that the words aren't always coming, but it is Bluegrass land title. And she is being wonderfully supportive for us. Tomorrow from 12 to 1, we have the wonderful Emily Price, Scott Pinella, and Laura Webb, and they're sitting on a panel. And the purpose of this panel, we call it Profit Share and Paninis, bring your own panini if you're going to watch from home, is we're going to talk about profit share, what it is, what it's not, and how you can be in business with Keller Williams with a passive income. Yes, it is a money maker for you, but more importantly, profit share allows us to share with others why being in business with Keller Williams is a good business decision for them, which is the beauty of all of it. So a lot of people don't quite understand how it is and how it's set up. And we're going to spend an hour sifting through that and digging through that, because this is an opportunity that you should take advantage of. No matter how long you've been in the business, it is a wonderful opportunity that's underutilized, frankly. So we'll look to see you there. If you want to come, go ahead and send me an RSVP to alyssa@teamwithrow.com. Amy, if you're available and could put that in the chat, that'd be fantastic. Alyssa@teamwithrow.com, because I just want to kind of get a gauge on who we expect to see. It's going to be a really powerful hour. Please join us virtually if you're able. All right. Next slide, I asked her to text, and now she's still advancing this. Thank you, Amy. So we've got a hurricane coming. We've always got a hurricane coming, you guys, it seems right now. That's all right. Mother Nature's at work, but the point is, if you look out the window, you're going to see lots of rain, and it's not real conducive for us being outside. So because of that, we are going to cancel the trunk or treat that was otherwise scheduled for tomorrow evening. Now, Halloween in October in the fall is ordinarily a super energizing, fun time for our brokerage and Keller Williams Louisville East. So I want you to make a little note in your 2021 calendar, because I am so prayerful that we won't be struggling with COVID at that time. Yet also, I want us to be able to be the fun that we usually always are this time of year. Trunk or treat is fantastic. We usually have, it's usually through the offices. We've got door decorating, all the kids come in. It's just a super fun, awesome time. Lots of other events are usually happening within the market center as well. So my mindset for this is that's okay, but we're going to do it twice as good next year when we won't have so much in the way. So look for that next year. All right. So right here is a pivot, shift ahead. There are valuable opportunities for you to lean into to grow your business every day. I always look at myself and talk to my team members, and I'll start asking you guys this question. At the end of the day, what did you do to grow your business? And I hope that you always have an answer for that, because our business is built with consistent leaning in, staying in curiosity, and being learning based. You can never know too much. I know that's really great grammar, but that's the truth. You can't ever know it all. We're on a path to mastery right now. So I want you to get your phones out and get your calendars out right now if you don't already have them. But every day at 1 and 4, we have these opportunities. And today at 1, you get to elevate your equitable business with the new Y4C2TESs. And that's a really weird, funky word if you've never seen it before, but what it is, it's an acronym for our culture. Okay. It tells us who we are. It stands for who we are, what we stand for, and how we operate in the business realm of the real estate industry. And man, if ever there were a time, tune in today at 1, because that'll build the value proposition for yourself and a business. It'll help write your mission statement. We're in business planning right now. Get back to your why, get back to your how, get back to the reason that you wake up and do this every day, and tune in at 1. And then at 4 o'clock, you can build wealth with the Millionaire Real Estate Investor and Profit Share series. Fantastic as well. Tomorrow at 1, you can build the best practices for small teams in command. I know a big need that I've been hearing from people through the office is, I love command, I'm ready to lean in, let's do that, show me the team functionality. Well, here it is, lean into it. And then at 4, compliance walkthrough, question and answer. We all need to be compliant. It helps us make money faster and it makes all the books move smoothly. On Friday at 1, boost your business with the best practices for luxury marketing. It does have some nuances to it. It's important to identify those and understand those. And what a fun area of real estate to be in, luxury. So tune in. And then at 4, there's a market update with Jim Talbot. Every day, technology and command training with Scott Leroy Marketing. That is today. Again, if your big objection right now or challenge with leaning into command is the team functionality, sign in today and look at that. We've talked about that. And on Thursday, we'll be leaning into the DocuSign portion. That's how we do our electronic documentation through command. And that's the direction that we're going. And we're excited to be doing so. And then on Friday, tune in to talk about open house marketing and command. Open houses are a fantastic way to build your database and build the people that you do in business with. Because if you're doing an open house right now, wow, do you have an opportunity to meet a lot of people who are curious about real estate and looking to buy or sell. That's an automatic interview that they showed up to you for. And when you can market that open house and you get people to come through the door, you have a fantastic opportunity. So learn how to master those open houses for sure. Gene Rivers and the MREA Business Planning Clinic is the reason that I became confident enough to leave my job and to go into a commission-based career of real estate. And I mean that. That is an absolute truth. When I listened to him talk through how you do business, how you set a goal, work backwards, and take away the guesswork, and take away the wish and the prayer of, I hope someone calls me to list our house, and to be able to feel that I could rely on and predict my business and build my business. Well, Gene Rivers is going to talk through that. He talks through budgets. He talks through thinking like a millionaire real estate agent, and he teaches you how to treat your real estate career as a business and not just a transaction runner. And it's powerful. And if you can sign up, and again, a fantastic opportunity that the Zoom world and this digital world is teaching us right now is that it's a lot less expensive than if you were going to go up to, let's say, a regional training and take a day off work and travel and commute. Grab this opportunity. You will learn and you will not regret it.
Hey, Alyssa.
Yes.
Since essentially your role, and I know they don't let us call it that anymore, but you are essentially our CEO now. Is that correct? Pretty much in the way application is?
Maybe.
I know you're super humble and this makes you uncomfortable, but how amazing did that $99 class help someone who is in a 9-to-5 move to a role of CEO in one of the biggest brokerages in town, soon to be the biggest brokerage in town. So I think that's awesome and probably needed to get highlighted even more.
Yes. I mean, it's true. It's true. The biggest reason I think people don't get into real estate or don't have a real estate career that they depend on and grow is because they haven't gotten down to how to treat it like a business. So yes, thank you for that, Seamus. I agree. All right. Speaking of treating it like a business, we all have to do our taxes. Last I checked, they always ask me for those like every year. It's just I can rely on that. And if you have questions about that, especially, as a real estate agent, if you have, rental properties, sometimes our taxes look a little different than the average Joe. So talk to Rick Fields on November 19th at 11. He is a CPA and can help us stay straight in the world of taxes. Thank goodness for him. And we've got time to have Miss wonderful Lisa Warfield in the spotlight, a tech spotlight. Lisa, are you on the call today?
I am.
Wonderful. What do you want to highlight?
I actually just wanted to take a moment and let everybody know that I have set aside some time for just some personal one-on-one, 30 minutes each. If Amy, I sent you over the link for the Calendly for those times. If you want to get started organizing your business and seeing how Command can actually affect you running a successful business, just reach out using that link and I will either meet you on Zoom or come into the office if in person is a thing for you. And what I want is just to take that first 30 minutes and see how I can help. I'm super passionate about making sure that you get the best start that you can. So if you haven't started Command, that's fine. If you've been in it for a while and want to know more, I can help you with that too. So check me out. I'm always around. So just let me know what you need. I'm here.
Thank you, Lisa. We had, for those of y'all who don't know, you may not know, we had an ALC, our Associate Leadership Committee. Yesterday, we had our big meeting. It's a big, long meeting that gets us set up for the next year. And that's, we could detail what that is later. But the point that I'm going to make is that we spent a lot of time yesterday talking about technology and why it's important and how it relates to your business as a realtor and why it is invaluable for you to lean in. And a gleaning message that just keeps coming out to me, and I want to have this resonate with you, is that technology, especially this amazing platform that Gary Keller is building for us, is never, ever intended to replace you in any way. That may or may not be your fear, but I think more so than feeling replaced, I think there's agents that say, I don't want to replace my relationship with people. I do great business because I'm relational, and you should be. Real estate is a relationship business. And Gary Keller and leadership all the way down understands that at a very, very, very acute level. And we would never lose sight of that. What the technology can do for you and what it is doing for you is that it's a piece of leverage, and it leverages your database and it leverages the people who you are in relationship with so that it can be an opportunity for you to stay in relationship with them. You can stay in meaningful conversations. You're organized with them. It makes you a better relational agent. Okay. Technology helps us be better at the people we are. It never is intended to replace us. So if you ever feel that, hear that, or perceive that, I really want you to call me, and I want to challenge you on that, because I want you to embrace it. It'll make you more efficient and a better service person to your client. So talk to Lisa or talk to anybody else. We'll help you out and lean into that command. It's going to do wonderful things for you. Okay.
Yeah, and Alyssa, if I could just add to, I saw in the chat here that Becky Lush has given Lisa Warfield some love. She says, Lisa, you are awesome. Thank you for giving to all of us. We are using Command and we appreciate you giving your time to help us. And I don't think people realize, you know, Lisa volunteers her time to help. She's passionate about this. And she has been a support system for me, learning it to teach it. She's amazing. And, you know, when she says that she wants to do a one-on-one with you, take her up on it, especially if you're a team. You know, she can meet with your team. She can talk to you about how to use that team functionality. That Calendly link that she's talking about, I'm going to put that on our Facebook resource page so that you all can all take advantage of that. So everybody give props to Lisa. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Lisa. That is your gem. We love you. Thank you. All right. Well, that concludes our team meeting. Feel free to let us know if you have any other questions. And if you don't have anything to add, we'll let you get back to your busy days.
Okay. Thank you all. Bye-bye.
Much. Bye-bye.